Asia political analyst Ross Feingold joins me from Taipei. Ross, thanks for your time this morning. Now, this was just a local election. Councillors there don't really have a lot of power to make real major political changes. So what are we likely to see actually result from what's been an overwhelming win for pan-Democrats in Hong Kong?
Well, I think you identified the challenge with the word result going forward, because, as you said, these district councillors, their responsibilities are largely confined to issues within neighborhoods, and that might be public transport or public hygiene, land use kinds of issues on a very local level. So their scope of authority is extremely limited. Of course, it is correct that their success in yesterday's election is a reflection of voter anger with the performance of Carrie Lam and her government, but there's still a legislative council, which is where a lot of these issues will get argued over in the coming months, and that's where the government-friendly parties still have a majority, at least until the election for the legislative council late next year. So we'll see in the coming days, weeks, and months how these newly elected district councillors divide up their time, and will they focus on those local issues, which is within their scope of authority, or will they look to speak and advocate for other issues which have been the focus of the protests over the past few months. And we have to keep in mind that this is not the first time that the pan-Democrats, as they're called, have been successful in district council elections. It's happened before, and then they lost the seats that they won because there was a perception among voters that they wound up focusing more on the broader issues and not the local issues to which they're empowered to oversee. Obviously, facts have changed with recent events, so maybe the public will be happy with these district councillors advocating on the broader issues, and that just remains to be seen.
Mm-hmm. Let's look a little bit now at the international reaction. And U.S. lawmakers last week backed a bill that supports anti-Beijing protests in Hong Kong. President Trump will, of course, need to have the final sign-off on that. But surely, if this happens, this will complicate an already delicate relationship between China and the U.S. How do you see that playing out?
Well, no doubt it'll cause some difficulties in the personal relationship between Donald Trump and Xi Jinping, as well as at the negotiating table, whether the issue is trade or the many other issues that are on the agenda in the U.S.-China relationship. But as you said, it's ultimately up to Donald Trump. So he might sign this law or he won't sign it, and he won't veto it. It'll become law. And then we'll see how he implements it, or how enthusiastically the Trump administration implements it over the coming months. And maybe they'll identify, if it does become law, assuming it becomes law, they'll identify someone in the Hong Kong government to sanction. They'll give visas to people in Hong Kong who are facing criminal charges. And it'll just be one more agenda on the U.S.-China relationship. It's not going to be the end of the trade negotiations, for example, but it certainly will cause more friction between the two sides.
Okay, thanks for that analysis. Asia political analyst Ross Feingold live to us there from Taipei.